Welcome to MSUA's Game Changers Live, where we speak with satellite and mobile connectivity thought leaders about the future and where things are headed for mobile connectivity. I am your host, Lisa Dreher, and I am really excited to introduce our guest for today, Walter Magiera. He is the Chief Commercial Officer at Filtronic. Welcome to the show, Walter.
Hello, thanks for having us, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's so great to have you here today. Thank you for making time to do this interview. We would love to start by just getting a little bit of background on yourself and Filtronic.
Certainly. So, as you mentioned, I'm the Chief Commercial Officer for Filtronic, responsible for sales and marketing for the company on a global basis. And the company is a 40-year-old plus business that focuses on design, manufacturing, and test of RF infrastructure and subsystems targeted at space, aerospace and defense, critical communications, and telecommunications markets. So that's what we're known for. And we make both some standard products as well as bespoke products for our clients.
Excellent. Okay. And what about you? To give us a little background on yourself.
Certainly. I've spent over 25 years in the telecommunications market, variety of roles, engineering, marketing, operations, sales, different leadership roles. So really from the mobile operator side, as well as the OEM and equipment provider side. So really diverse background. And I joined Filtronic about just over 5 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So we were really excited to announce Filtronic as the company to watch for 2024 at the Mobile Satellite Users Association's Satellite Innovation Awards this year. And congratulations to you and the entire team at Filtronic for being recognized with that award. Maybe you can talk a little bit about the solution that was recognized as part of that submission.
Absolutely. So first, we really humbled and appreciate that award. We know there's quite a few other organizations that were vying for the prestigious awards. We were happy that we won that. And what the product or solution that we won it for was a solid state power amplifier called Cerus. And this is a solution that we developed to help with the signal amplification for satellite gateway links, specifically at E-band. In the satellite parlance, it would be W-band, but it's 71 gigahertz to 86 gigahertz. And specifically, we did that by incorporating our proprietary MMIC technology into the device, and it produced a strong signal to be able to reach from the ground to the LEO satellites about 600 kilometers above the Earth.
Wow.
So that's what we want it for, and we just continue to push the boundaries of the capability of that solution and try to deliver to our customers a leading edge product with the highest performance available.
Excellent. So talk a little bit more about the most important, I guess, benefits and features of this solution.
Certainly. So Cerus, the platform, essentially focuses on size, weight, and power. And then we add a little bit of cost in there to reduce that. So it's the SWaP-C acronym that people have used before. And that makes it a really good solution for gateway links, because traditionally, to get a gateway link, people have used TWTAs, and those are typically very expensive and hard to produce, take a long time to test and get to operate in a fashion that's suitable for geo satellites, as an example. So if you take that solution into a LEO world or MEO world, the cost to deploy a solution, the business model tends to suffer a bit. So by using Cerus and being able to leverage our experience in telecommunication links on a terrestrial basis and producing at volume, we're able to deliver a product that helps get the LEO constellations links affordably and meet the power requirements that they need to have a successful product. So that's what some of the features are. And again, it is at E-band, so it's a relatively newer band for use in the satellite world. But for us, we've been doing it using E-band and developing products on E-band for over 10 years. So
Wow.
that's kind of how we look at some of the benefits and the features of this to the satellite market.
Great. So how do you see some of your clients actually leveraging this solution?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So there's been a few clients that we had that started actually back in 2016. So we had a client that was based in Silicon Valley, one of the FANG companies, and they had a mission to connect the unconnected. So what we did is we worked with a transceiver that we developed, coupled to our Cerus amplifier, and built what we believe is the first and only, at the time, air-to-ground communications link to be able to communicate and deliver a data rate of 40 gigabits per second, where at the time the standard was about 1 gigabit data rate. So we achieved 40, and we believe it was a world record at that time.
Wow.
So yeah, so we started there, and then we started to work with some other companies that had ambitions of connecting the unconnected. So from there, we moved from that application. We started to work with a company spawned out of Google X called Loon. So we provided some connectivity for the balloons to communicate to one another using a channelized system with some high power amplifiers connected to that. And then most recently, we announced a strategic partnership with SpaceX, where we're supplying the Cerus 32 version of platform in a gateway link to the satellite constellation for Starlink. So those are kind of some 3 examples of products that we've created for using this platform.
How has the growth of all of the Leo constellations impacted your business and use of these products?
Well, it's helping the business grow tremendously, as you can imagine. In terms of use of the products, the application, once the link is established, and then it's from payload down back to Earth, is enabled quite a few different applications, as you can imagine. It helps connect people to their devices, but it's also used in applications where you have in agriculture as an example, or by providing location for some maritime services, an example, or also communicating back location of devices or IoT type applications. So it really spans the gamut in terms of what wireless connectivity can do in places where it's hard to get a cell tower these days or put one. So it really widens the aperture on what you can do with it. So really, it's an enabling technology that lets our clients utilize the applications they want to use to get their clients satisfied with their demands and what they're looking for.
Right, right. How do you expect that this solution is going to change over time? What kind of additional advancements might come down the pike?
Sure. So that's a great question. So Cerus 32 is really as I mentioned, is the highest performing E-band SSPA on the market. So it's got output power of roughly 42 dBm PSAT, and has a small signal gain of about 22 dB. But we want to push the boundaries further. So this is using gas technology for our MMICs. We want to stretch that to GaN technologies, and from that, we anticipate we'll see at least a 2 to a 3x power enhancement. And then we're also taking our tradecraft and moving it into other frequency bands. So beyond E band, moving into W, D band, Q band, V band, really the alphabet soup of millimeter wave, and trying to leverage our learnings there that we've taken in the terrestrial world and bring it into a non-terrestrial environment. So it's early days, but we're really encouraged by the technology roadmap and what we're about to embark on.
Absolutely. When you look at the mobile satellite industry today, what do you see as kind of the primary trends that are really influencing the direction for your organization?
Sure. So the trends that we're seeing are the legacy way of producing product for the satellite market. The cost pressures are really, really high. So in order to meet the demand of the launch schedules and putting more payload into space to create more networks in the sky, you have to have a product that can support a business model that the constellation providers have. So what we're seeing are people are taking existing designs or ways to market and asking it to be disrupted and saying, what can you guys do this differently with the technology and know-how that you have, producing at high frequencies at volume. So we're used to producing volume for the telecom networks, which is, thousands of devices a month. Can you transform that into a satellite world and produce something that helps get the cost pressures down? So I think that's how we're going to do it. And certainly we're getting feedback from our prospects and clients. This is something they appreciate, is to move at a telecom pace and not so much move at a legacy space timeline. So
Right, right. Well, what role are partnerships playing in your organization?
you mean with external companies?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's another good question. So we're really good at what we do, but we realize we can't do it all. So many times we have to look to partner with the end-to-end part of the RF chain. So we can produce the transceivers, the block-up converters, the solid-state power amplifiers, and in this type of equipment. But where we don't invest today currently is on modem development example. And the reason why is a lot of the modem development is really specific to a customer's application. So it would be challenging to do that with the team that we have today. We could always look at that in the future as an opportunity. So we look to partner. So we look to partner with antenna providers. We look to partner with companies that produce modems, and essentially the bits that we don't create. We love the opportunity to team up with someone to go to market to help deliver more of a complete solution.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so if somebody is interested in learning more about Filtronic and the Cerus solution, what should they do?
Absolutely love to have a conversation. So people can reach out to me on LinkedIn. It's Walter Magiera. Last name is Magiera. And you can also go to filtronic.com. And at our website, you can see a myriad of products and solutions we have to offer. But there's a contact us section. There's several of them actually. But if you fill out that form in the contact us area, we'll have either myself or one of our team members reach out to you directly to talk about your application and how we can maybe be of service.
Excellent. Well, Walter, I want to thank you so much for taking time to be here with us today. And again, congratulations to the entire team at Filtronic on the Company to Watch Award for 2024.
Lisa, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, and appreciate your time today and letting us get together and talk about the Cerus amplifier. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, my pleasure. And I do want to take just a moment to thank the Mobile Satellite Users Association for hosting these sessions. To learn more about the MSUA, you can visit msua.org and learn how to become a member and get our weekly newsletter that keeps you updated on all of the latest happenings and events in the industry. And we really look forward to seeing you next time on MSUA's Game Changers Live.